Let's go ahead and get started with our Commissioner Business Meeting. Today's date is January 30th, 2025. The time is 3:30 p.m. In attendance are Commissioners Duncan, Eberline, and Matari. I want to call this meeting to order. Let's begin with a moment of silence. Okay. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Jeff, would you like to start us?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Are there any changes to the agenda?
Items 8 and 14 will be handled next week.
Okay, so we're pulling item 8, and that would be out of the consent calendar.
Yep,
And item 14, that'll be moved to next week.
correct.
Okay, public comment. Hearing none, I'll take a motion on the meeting minutes.
I move that we approve item number 1.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye. Consent calendar.
I move that we approve items 2 through 7 and 9 and 10.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye. Payables.
I move that we approve the payables for the week of January 20th through the 24th, 2025, in the amount of $912,161.95, along with jury panel payments in the amount of $1,422.38.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye. Okay, moving on to business. Item number 12, Statement of Work, PaperClip to OnBase migration, DataBank, and information technology. I have Carrie Cole who's going to talk about this.
Yes, this is Carrie Cole from IT. This is DataBank, our new OnBase support vendor. They'll be taking over the remainder of the PaperClip image conversions into OnBase. So this statement of work is for all the remaining conversions that need to happen so we can get rid of PaperClip. It includes community development, juvenile detention, juvenile probation, prosecutors, legal services, and county assistance. The amount is $44,000 and is budgeted for in the OnBase project budget.
Thank you. Questions? Motion?
I move that we approve the statement of work for the PaperClip to OnBase migration with DataBank and IT.
Second.
Commissioner Matari. Oh, I'm still doing it. Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye.
You
Motion.
can slap me later.
Motion passes. I won't do that. Item number 13, Maintenance Agreement, eFormZ, Product Support and Software, EasyPost with Information Technology, and Ms. Carrie Cole again.
Yes, this is Carrie Cole from IT. This software is for printing the statements and emailing statements for solid waste and airport. They just wanted a new agreement to keep us under the 5% or up to the 5% increase each year. So this is just a renewal agreement, and it is budgeted for in the regular IT budget.
Thank you. Questions?
Carrie, does this need to be retroactive to January 1st?
Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions? No? Motion?
I move that we approve the maintenance agreement for eForm product support and software with EasyPost, retroactive to January 1st, 2025.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye. Motion passes. Item 14 will be for next week. Item 15, Board Approval Request, Q4 2024 Coronavirus State and Local Fiscal Recovery Funds Project and Expenditure Report with the Prosecuting Attorney, Civil Division, and we have Ms. Caitlin Smith.
Good afternoon. For the record, I am requesting the board's approval to submit the provided quarterly report to the Treasury. The report has been reviewed and reconciled in full by the Auditor's Office.
Thank you. Questions? Motion? Commissioner Eberline, did you have any questions?
Nope.
No? Okay.
I move that we approve the Quarter 4 2024 Coronavirus State and Local Fiscal Recovery Funds Project and Expenditure Report.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye. Motion passes. Item 16, Resolution 2025-13, classified documents with adult misdemeanor probation, and Ms. Smith.
Hi, Linnell Smith for Adult Misdemeanor Probation. The resolution to classify old paperclip documents that Carrie Cole had come over to our office and we reviewed them all. And they're all went through legal review and we don't need them.
Okay, thank you. Questions? Motion?
I move that we approve Resolution 2025-13, and that is to classify documents with adult misdemeanor probation.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye. Motion passes. Next up is the Resolution 2025-14, destruction of documents with adult misdemeanor probation, and Ms. Smith.
Hi, again, Linnell Smith. And this is just to authorize the destruction of those documents I just mentioned.
Questions? Motion?
I move that we approve Resolution 2025-14, destruction of documents with adult misdemeanor probation.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye. Motion passes. Next up, item 18, board approval request. This is a change event number 094 CUA-139-PR-12. It's a design contingency with Bouten Construction Company and the BOCC, and we have David Mendez and Director Voller here to discuss that.
David Mendez with Turner & Townsend Hearing. We're back seeking approval of CUA 139. This is changing courtroom number 207, that's the second floor west courtroom, to accommodate a 5-judge Supreme Court panel from a single seat configuration. Originally came to you with a cost of $12,000, or actually we came to you with a cost of $20,000. We've received revised pricing of $12,015.42. What has changed, however, is Judge McHugh is here to answer any questions that you may have, but the state court has agreed to reimburse $12,500 for this change to occur for the benefit of the courts.
Can I make an introduction?
I'm sorry.
Can I make an introduction?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so joining us today is the Administrative District Judge, Barry McHugh, that's just recently changed after the first of the year, and our new Trial Court Administrator, Lisa Cheeseborough. So she has joined us, and I let them know that we haven't received any updated information. So it'd be nice to get to our department heads and all that stuff. So if there is a press release, I would love it to have one. So thank you so much for joining us and all the work that went into getting funding from the Supreme Court to fund this change that's requested. Do you have anything to add? Microphone. Microphone. Thank you.
Only that every judge, once this idea came to us, was embarrassed to have not thought of it before. And it was really, I understand this is later in the game that certainly we all would have liked, but we were fortunate to find some room in this space. I don't know if I have a blown up, a little bit better depiction of what it's going to look like if anybody would like to see it, or if you feel comfortable knowing.
Yeah, we got documents last week.
Okay, all right. And I mentioned in an email to Commissioner Duncan, by the way, thank you, Commissioners, for recognizing us. The Supreme Court will certainly use it. I think that it brings, certainly the Supreme Court loves the idea of being in a state courthouse building, county courthouse building, as opposed to the federal building. As well, I think it opens up opportunity for moot court competitions, or sometimes we have high school students who are involved in moot court where they research, write, prepare arguments, and present them to panels of judges. Sometimes in the law school they do the same thing. And so I think beyond the Supreme Court, I think there are other potential uses that the possibility of this change will open up. So I don't think it's a single-use type of arrangement, but I know just the idea of the Supreme Court being able to hear cases here in our courthouse is very exciting for all the judges, and I think the litigants who would otherwise have to go to the federal courthouse for that purpose.
And I would add attendees. We have a lot of people in Kootenai County who will not visit the Supreme Court in the federal courthouse, but they would be happy to come here to our county building.
Commissioner Eberline, did you have any questions or comments or anything?
Nope.
No? Well, thank you very much for coming out. I'm glad that we were able to catch this early enough in the process that the expense was minimal. So thank you. And thank you for your work on putting that together. I'll take a motion.
I move that we approve the change event 094 CUA 139-PR12, and it would come from a reimbursement from Idaho Supreme Court.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chair Notari.
Aye. Motion carries. That concludes business. Next up is public comment.
Thank you.
Nobody on the line? Okay. 3:42. Meeting adjourned.